Picture this. It's a bright Saturday morning in the suburbs, and you and your partner slide into the car for what feels like a quick errand. You're heading 20 miles out to that big blue and yellow store everyone knows. The one with the giant parking lot and the promise of affordable home upgrades. Your only mission? A $15 desk lamp. You've both sworn it'll be 20 minutes, tops, grab it, pay, and head home with the rest of the weekend still ahead of you. But 3 hours later, you're standing in the parking lot, a little sweaty, a little tired, wrestling a £100 flat-pack bookshelf into the back of your SUV. Your wallet is $400 lighter. You're carrying a bag of vanilla candles you don't remember deciding on. And the two of you are trading that quiet, half-smiling, we'll debrief this later look that married couples everywhere recognize. Sound familiar? I know exactly what's running through your head on the drive home while you stare at that ridiculously long receipt. You're telling yourself you have zero willpower, that you're bad with money, that you simply cannot be trusted inside those sliding doors. We've all done it. I've done it. My living room is basically a museum of I don't know how this happened purchases. Take a deep breath with me. It's not a personal failing. You didn't suddenly lose control. What happened is something we all experience because we're human. And that store is built very thoughtfully around how human beings actually behave. Today, I want to walk you through the gentle psychology behind the experience. Not to make you feel tricked, but to help you understand why it feels so natural to leave with more than you planned. Because once you see it clearly, you can still enjoy the place while keeping your choices aligned with what really matters to you and your family. Let's start the moment you step inside. The doors slide open and suddenly the outside world disappears. No windows looking out to the highway, no clocks on the walls, no natural light reminding you what time it is. You're in this big, calm, self-contained world where the only thing in front of you is possibility. Designers call this the Gruen Effect, named after the architect Victor Gruen, who first popularized the idea. It's not primarily about hiding the exit or trapping anyone. It's about creating a space where you can slow down and actually enjoy browsing without the usual rush of everyday life pulling at you. That's why the walkways never run straight. They curve gently every 50 feet or so, guiding you past one beautifully staged room after another. A cozy living room here, a bright kitchen vignette there. It's like strolling through a series of little ideas for your own home. Your brain, which came in laser-focused on just the lamp, starts to relax into a different mode. Psychologists call it the shift from goal-oriented to exploratory thinking, and it's completely normal. We're wired to notice new things. It's the same reason we linger in a bookstore or wander around a farmer's market on a Saturday. After a long stretch of walking and looking at hundreds of items, decision fatigue can begin to set in for many shoppers. That's not weakness, that's biology. Our minds get tired the same way our legs do after a long hike. When that happens, we become more open to the small pleasures right in front of us, instead of calculating every price like accountants. It's why that cute little fake potted plant suddenly seems like it might look nice in the corner. We're not being played, we're just being human in an environment that's designed to feel welcoming. And right when you're feeling that pleasant mental softness, you round a corner, and there it is. One of those big, overflowing bins the industry affectionately calls Boola Boola displays. A mountain of $2 lint rollers, a sea of $3 spatulas, baskets of vanilla candles stacked high. You didn't come for any of it. You've already got 3 spatulas at home. But something about that abundant, colourful pile feels like a little celebration of a good deal. Our brains have always loved abundance. It's the same instinct that makes us smile at a full pantry or a packed garage sale. So you toss one in the cart thinking, it's only $3, what's the harm? Here's the quietly brilliant part. Those small, inexpensive items are where a lot of the store's smart economics live, not the big sofas people spend an hour debating. Once that first little thing goes into the cart, something psychological shifts in the gentlest way. The seal of strict shopping is broken, and it becomes easier and more natural to add a second or third item that feels equally harmless. Before you know it, you've collected $60 of things that weren't on the list but still feel like fun discoveries. It's not manipulation, it's simply how we humans build momentum when we're relaxed and enjoying ourselves. Then there's the food court, right in the middle of the journey when most of us need it most. By that point, you've walked quite a distance. Your legs are a little heavy, your patience is wearing thin, and your blood sugar is probably dipping. You're standing next to a mountain of rugs, maybe gently arguing with your partner about whether beige is actually Greiger, and you're both ready to call it a day. That's when the warm smell of Swedish meatballs or a simple hot dog floats over. $6 for meatballs or $1 for a hot dog isn't charity. It's thoughtful hospitality. They place the cafe exactly where families and couples tend to hit that natural lull. You sit down, eat something warm and comforting, and something quietly wonderful happens inside your body. Your energy comes back, your mood lifts, and the tension in your shoulders eases. Suddenly, another loop through the bathroom section doesn't sound so bad. That inexpensive meal isn't a loss for the store. It's a way of saying, stay a little longer and keep enjoying the experience. In return, you leave feeling recharged instead of drained. It's the same reason we all love grabbing coffee with a friend when we're running errands. It turns a chore into something social and pleasant. But the real magic, the part that makes people come back again and again, happens hours later at home. You're staring at a cardboard box full of wooden pegs and an instruction manual that looks like it was written in another language. Your fingers are sore, your knees ache, and at one point you definitely installed a panel upside down. 3 hours of mild frustration later, you tighten the last screw, stand the piece up, step back, and feel it, that quiet swell of pride. I made that, even if the TV stand is just particle board. Lightbulb, it feels special because your effort is literally built into it. Researchers at Harvard named this the IKEA effect, and it's one of the most endearing quirks of human nature. We place extra value on things we've helped create, even if they're not perfect. It's the same reason we love our kids' lopsided art projects, or the lumpy scarf we knitted on our first try. The store simply taps into that beautiful human tendency. When we invest a little of ourselves, the result feels more meaningful. They save on assembly costs, sure, but they also give us the gift of feeling like creators instead of just consumers. That's why we defend our slightly wobbly bookshelves with surprising loyalty. They're not just furniture anymore. They're part of our story. Look, I'm not here to tell you never to go back. My own living room is full of pieces from that same store, and I genuinely like most of them. The point isn't guilt or shame, it's gentle awareness. We're all just people trying to make our homes comfortable and our lives a little nicer. Understanding how the environment gently encourages discovery helps us shop with more intention, instead of wondering later why we came home with extra candles. That's why I love having a simple system in place. Our sponsor today, Plum, is a smart financial app that quietly moves a little money into savings based on rules you set before you even have time to second-guess that impulse buy. It removes the emotion without feeling restrictive, so you can still enjoy the store while protecting what matters most to your family. Next time you go, do yourself a favor. Set a gentle timer on your phone for 45 minutes, bring a short list written together in the car, and maybe agree in advance that the $2 vanilla candles are off limits unless they truly spark joy. Give yourselves grace too. Sometimes those extra discoveries turn into the things you love most. If this story made you feel a little less alone in the "How did we spend $400 Betsy Club?" hit that like button and subscribe. Drop your own story in the comments. I read every single one. What's the most wonderfully ridiculous thing you've ever brought home from that blue and yellow maze? Was it the reindeer-shaped ice cube tray? The giant artificial fern? The set of 6 identical throw pillows you didn't need? I can't wait to hear. We're all just trying to build homes we love and lives that feel good. Stay thoughtful, stay kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.